Hi folks, how are we doing today? Okay, for your design workshop 2, I'm going to break down the brief a bit more of this challenge week. So this is the challenge that I've launched for you. Hope you're all finding it easy enough to make everything for it. One of the main things I want to stress with this is if you do not have access to Adobe, you can either do this on your online versions, or you can do it on pen and paper. We're not going to be knocking down marks. We're not going to be discriminating against people who've not been able to do this digitally. This is all for you, basically. I hope you've already had this explained to you, but there are prizes for these challenge weeks. There's going to be 3 prizes for each week, and also 1 prize at the end. I don't know if we're allowed to tell you how much they are. Currently, there is the prizes for each week are going to be, they're all going to be in Amazon vouchers. So first one's going to be a £20 voucher, second prize is going to be a £15 voucher, and third prize is going to be a £10 voucher. And then for outstanding achievement, at the end of the 3 weeks, there's going to be a particularly nicely sized Amazon voucher. Better than the rest. Yeah. You're going to be impressed. Let's leave it at that for the moment then. So, we've realised what I meant by deliciously posh. Obviously now you've probably had a good few days to have a look at this challenge, so let's crack on with it. One thing you will notice on here, we said on week 19, 20 and 21, this is going to be magazine cover and spread. This is now not going to be magazine cover and spread. I hear you gasp. Magazine cover and spread is being replaced with a photography unit. So we're going to be you're going to be taking photos. It doesn't have to be an amazing camera that you've got. This can be taking photos taken with your phone, that sort of thing. We're going to produce something decent. Yeah, it's going to be good, and we're going to be looking for creativity. So forget anything about magazine cover and spread. This is no longer happening. We are doing a photography unit for the 3 weeks. Yes, this week, yeah. Week 15 was a dead week. So we hit banging back on week 16. We are now week 16 at the moment. You have 3 weeks for challenge weeks. These should be lovely and fun for you. You should be able to have a good bit of a go at these. One of the main reasons we're doing challenge weeks is because challenge weeks are something that's going to be able to test you. It's going to be able to, it's not just sort of like us dictating what you do in the class. So you know how like in the workshop sessions, it's also, right, everybody click on this, everybody drag this, make this bigger. It's not like that. We're going to be looking at how you work, how your own personal project works. So, one of these things you might have seen, like on the challenge, there was a mood board that was being asked of you. You should be doing mood boards and mind maps for every single project. When this isn't something, when people get a brief, when you get a brief, even in the industry, and they say, right, we want a new logo for our new blend of coffee. Designers aren't just this sort of wonderful, imaginative sort of, amazing thing that will go, right, I'll do your logo for coffee, 5 minutes, done. There you go. Wow, the perfect logo. Everything takes work. Everything takes work. And one of the main things that people do is before they start any project, because they won't have an idea of what it is they're going to design, unless they, and then they know find out things like the target audience, the feel and tone of the piece that they're designing. They will then start looking for ideas. They'll start doing research. They'll start doing mind maps. They'll start doing mood boards. So mind maps and mood boards are something that's great, that really will carry you on through anything you do. If you're going into a creative career or if you're going on to university, get used to doing them, basically. Okay, all this week we are thinking luxury and high-end. Luxury and high-end. So I want this to translate in your design and your fonts. I don't want you to just pick the first font that you've found. Some of you do this because you think it's quite funny and that I haven't seen this before. When a student puts in Comic Sans, they don't think that I've ever seen any student do this because they think it's funny. You are not the first. You are not the 100th person to do this. So don't do it. It's not funny. Think luxury and high-end. If you don't know what luxury and high-end is, it's quite easy to Google luxury and high-end branding. It's quite easy to go onto Pinterest, quite easy to go onto Behance and look for high-end and branding, luxury branding. This is the sort of thing that you should be doing, basically. So as I said, if you do not have Adobe, you can still take part. I'd use online programs or work in sketchbooks and take clear photographs of your work. You should all now have sketchbooks. I did ask you to all buy sketchbooks before Christmas. If you have not got one, buy one now. You will be needing it. You will definitely be needing it, especially when we move on to the photography project. This is without a shadow of a doubt. You cannot do your sketches digitally in that section. Okay. So, 4 confetti rules, as always, is the same when we're online, same as it is on a Friday. Be here, be on time, stay on track and be professional. One thing I want to note as well, you should all be attending the start of each and every session. This is going to be the same on Fridays as well. I'm not just going to put up one general register that you can stroll in whenever, sign it, and then just I never hear from you again. If you only turn up to one of the videos, then that is the and when I say one of the videos, I mean one of the meetings that I start in the general chat. If you only turn up to one of these, then you only get one register mark. So on Friday I do 3 sessions. You will not get a register mark for each lesson unless you turn up to the meetings in each session. Okay, as always, stay on task, ask for help if needed. If I'm talking, need 100% of your attention. Make the most of your time in sessions, bring all your work to each session, and back up all your work all the time, each and every evening. Today, we're looking at developing the understanding of the creative process through quick turnaround briefs to work to tight deadlines and develop time management skills. You should be able to explain what luxury branding is, discuss the differences between luxury and affordable branding, and demonstrate branding differences through use of online research and the Adobe Creative Suite. So, high-end and affordable branding. Through the DMs, 5 minutes. What is high-end branding? What do you consider to be high-end branding? 5 minutes, go. Okay, yeah, this is still all coming under the design workshop criteria. Again, pass is generally competent and adequate. Merit is clear and effective. Distinction is accomplished and thorough. We go through this every single session. So you should know this by now. Please, rather than English, find me 3 words that mean high-end, 3 words that mean affordable. You have 5 minutes. Have a little look on a thesaurus. 5 minutes. Pause your video, starting now. Okay, I'll just like to run through the brief for you all again, just so you all make it completely clear. The date is January 2022. Following on from lockdown of 2020-21, Cadbury, now independent from Kraft Foods, find themselves needing drastic action in order to keep up in the market. The great British public are all now returning to the shops and even with social distancing in place are wanting a slice of luxury in their lives. Cadbury aims to cash in on this trend by creating their own stores to accommodate this. This will be a high-end luxury chocolatier set to compete with Hotel Chocolat and Thornton's on the British High Street, selling exquisite handmade chocolates, bespoke luxury bars, finest hot chocolate powders. Cadbury want their flavours and variety to be inspired by the current range of products but enhanced through branding. What you need to produce to win this week's challenge. You need to produce evidence of market research. You should have done a survey for this by now at least. On people's current favourite chocolate bars. This survey can go out on social media. You can ask your friends and ask your family. I'd get a good representation on this. Screenshots are fine for this as evidence. You need 3 original variety names inspired by your market research findings. So if you find that most people said they liked Whisper, do not call one of your flavour varieties Whisper. Call it something like, I don't know, Quiet Time, or something a little bit more luxury. I'll let you have a think of that. You need to produce a mood board of luxury chocolate branding companies. Any program you have is fine for doing this if you do not have Adobe. If you have Word or something like that, you can do a mood board on Word. Be creative. Find out how you could do it. If you can't, but you do have a printer, say, why not print out pictures of luxury branding, stick them all on an A3 page, something like that, take a photograph of it. That is also fine. A new logo for the store, Cadbury Exquisite. This can be hand drawn, but please have sketches too. So I don't just want you to do one logo. What I want you to do is have a think about it. Get a sketch down of what Cadbury Exquisite logo is. Maybe do a few more sketches. Developing it. We've done development sketches before. And then, one final logo for it. So I want to be able to see how you've come up with the Cadbury Exquisite logo. I don't just want to see a final design for Cadbury Exquisite. If anybody just sends me through to the DMs, like saying this is my final logo, the first thing I'm going to be asking is show me your development process. And in other words, I'm going to want to see how you came up with that, what ideas you turned down for it, what you did as far as sketching goes. It's not just going to be enough. If you're winning a monetary prize, you need to show me a little bit more than just like, here's my final design. Yeah, no, won't do. A packaging design for a product in their new range. This could be adapted to different varieties. So basically, either a sketch of a chocolate box, or a chocolate bar, or a hot chocolate pouch. These can be hand drawn if you want to. This is absolutely fine. Otherwise, maybe have a little look on mock-ups if you want to produce a mock-up. I want to see some product there. Also, as well as all that, any one of the following. So not all of the following, just one. A storefront poster advertising the store. A billboard advert displaying the luxury of Cadbury Exquisite. A website for the store showing the variety of products. Can just be a landing page, that sort of thing. An animation or video for the store to be advertised on YouTube. All these carry the same weight in marking. So if you, whichever one you find easiest, one of these has to be produced. So market research, 3 original flavours, mood board, logo, packaging design, and one of a storefront poster, billboard advert, website, or an animation video. Your final designs must, this is like the grading criteria, must include the name Cadbury Exquisite. Please look at the spelling of exquisite. You will not win if you spell this wrong. No company wants their name spelt wrong. An original logo. So that's like one that I've not seen before. Something that's decent. An element of Cadbury's purple brand colour somewhere in the design. When I say an element, I mean a hark back to it. I mean, like, maybe it might include a purple stripe somewhere. The Cadbury's is quite a specific colour, so make sure it is the specific Cadbury's purple. And it should all look high-end and luxury. Your final designs must not use Cadbury's current logo or trademark milk jugs anywhere. It must not be entirely purple. If I would say more than a high percentage does look like there is a lot of purple on it, then this is not what they want. Cadbury's want an element of Cadbury's purple brand in it, but they're going for high-end and luxury. When they do all their bars that are covered in purple, this is basically their affordable supermarket ranges. Yeah, this is not what they're after. They're looking for high-end. And it must not include the name of current products, Whisper, Dairy Milk, Flake, etc. So these are all the must-nots. Okay, do we get that? Cool. Right, tips for a successful rebrand. Please keep your clients' wishes in mind throughout the process. Take influence from competitors' branding, but be original in your designs. Have a look at some high-end branding chocolate, that sort of thing. Make font and design choices that are high-end and luxury. If something looks too budget, it won't fit in with the brand. It doesn't matter how high-end the rest of your packaging is. If the font doesn't match this, then 50% of the design is destroyed by doing something that looks too budget. Offer something original to other current brands on the market in your packaging. This may be illustration. It may be an addition of patterns, something like that. Something to make your rebrand original in the marketplace. So, today's session. If you have not already done this, today you need to do this in this session. Create a poll featuring 6 or 7 current Cadbury's products. Ask friends, family, anyone will answer you which their 3 favourite varieties are from your list. When you have approximately 10 responses or more, decide on your 3 varieties that will inspire your designs. Be creative in how you get your responses if you do not have a laptop or do not have social media. Ask friends. There's quite a few people on your classmates who are also on Microsoft Teams at the moment. Maybe ask them. Think of 3 new names from these varieties that suggest luxury. These could be anything you want. French translations often suggest luxury. Also try using a thesaurus for help. Create your mood board, luxury chocolate brands and their branding, and create a logo for Cadbury Exquisite. Research high-end luxury brands for inspiration. These will give you the correct feeling you are trying to achieve. Get as many of these done today as you possibly can, I would advise. Let's have a little look. Okay then, Hotel Chocolat and Thornton's. These are what we would call the high-end of the high street, high-end high street specifically. The Hotel Chocolate a little bit out of the affordable range, but yeah, a good box of chocolates with about about 12 chocolates, and it probably cost you about a tenner. So yeah, we're not looking like a few bars of dairy milk. We're not looking like a selection box for Christmas. Just look at the quality of these. Look at the quality of the branding on the Hotel Chocolat box. That looks quality to me. Thornton's you might want to also look at. Thornton's are a little bit of the lower of the high end, but yeah, they're just sneaking into the high end, being that they are a chocolatier where you can pick specific chocolates. Fortnum & Mason moving up, yeah, expensive. Fortnum & Mason in London. Milk and dark chocolate, pralines and ganache. Look how you can use pattern. Look how you can use colour. Fantastic with the branding. Look at the colours. Look at the fonts. Charbonnet Walker, if you're an illustrator, maybe this is the way that you want to go with your design. Beautiful illustrations, beautiful box design. House of Dorchester doesn't have to be a square shape, your box. Maybe think outside the box. Let's keep that as a bit of a pun. Okay, yeah, look at the font. Again, what do we know about serif fonts? Well, we know that they're sort of like trustworthy, don't we? Maybe is that the way that you want to go? Is that the way you want to go with the Cadbury's name? Or are you looking more modern? Yeah, it's up to you. Highland Chocolatier. Quite a different sort of way of displaying chocolates. I do believe these are probably corporate gifts. But again, high-end, luxury. Willie's Cacao, yeah, fantastic story behind Willie's Cacao. There was a program on it a few years ago, but again, uses beautiful illustration, uses beautiful box. I mean, at the end of the day, these are just like spherical praline truffles, handmade, but that's all they are. But look at everything that goes around it. Look at the beautiful patterning on the side of the box. Love that. Absolutely fantastic. And Sarah Bunton as well. Very modern. Very, very modern look. Maybe this is the way that you want to go. I've suggested some resources here for you and videos that can be found online. You can Google these titles. If you want, why not pause this video now and then you can have a little look at the name of the titles. You Google them titles, it'll come up with something that I feel will probably help you in the research part of this thing. So with all that done, please come back at the end of today's session. You can always DM me through the chat if you have any specific questions about this. I would suggest though a C3 and a see me. C3, so see your friends, see Google, see YouTube. Friends, Google, YouTube. And then if they can't get an answer for it, see me. Does that make sense? Yeah, because there's over 40 of you and you're all going to be trying to ask me questions. So take it upon yourself to do a bit of research. See if you can find something out first. Okay? Right. I want to make sure, please, that when you are doing these, when you have finished this at the end of the week on Friday, everything that you have done needs to be in one single blog post. This is not to say that you can't put things like your idea generation also in your idea development folder. But I want to be able to go to your design workshop folder and find one blog post with everything, all your work in it from challenge week 1. Okay, does that make sense? Right, okay. Pause it, come back at the end of the session. Okay, thank you very much. Right, okay, finally, what have we done today? Please message me through the DM. Let me know what you've done today. If you have not sent me anything through the DM, I will assume you have done nothing today. If I assume you have done nothing today, how am I supposed to be able to give you a mark on the register to say that you were present? If you've done nothing, I consider that you've done nothing. Okay? Get in touch with me. Send it me through on the DM. Plenary for today. Okay, thank you, folks. Good luck with the rest of Challenge Week, and I will see you, as always, as ever, on a Friday. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.